He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also giving honors unto his son, Yahusha HaMashiach, for he is what the door of the sheep, the left. He is the iron/light of the body. He is the second Adam. And last, we give our honors and respect unto our mother, for what's done in heaven is also done in earth. For yes, we have a mother in heaven, and she is known as wisdom. For the Messiah said this about her: wisdom shall be justified by her children, meaning that she's not made in vain. In other words, our Father in heaven did not create her in vain. For she shall bring forth, for she shall birth, for create the children of the light. Shalom. I just want to come here to announce unto y'all, I'm still working on the 12th new moon report. That will probably be coming out on the weekend, but I do want to make you aware that the calendar is up and filled out with the most important information you would need for the 12th new moon. Now, if you don't understand why we're in the 12th moon instead of the 13th moon, like you see your had, the Jewish are doing, remember they do not follow the prophets of Yah. They do not follow Torah. Okay? And there's mathematical formulas involved in the Most High Sacred Calendar. All right? So, in other words, they don't follow the 358 rule. If you get access of their calendar records and you do the math, and the math I'm talking about is very simple math to do, it's very easily to calculate once you have their calendar records, and you will see they do not follow the 358 rule. They following something else. Like this year, this would be the 368 for them, something like that, when you follow their records. So that channel also, the channel has the information about that under Yah's family and mysteries or calendar mysteries, something like that on the channel. Just check out that playlist because we cover a lot of material within a year and a couple months. Okay. So just to let you know, from around the world, Israel, far as I know of, did not see the 12th new moon sighting. The West and those around the world seen it first. So this is why we have our new moon days started on March the 3rd at sundown and ended on March the 4th at sundown. And it falls on the heathen day known as Thursday to Friday. So therefore the heavens determine when your Sabbaths are. So remember, your first day in the month is a new moon day unto Yah. It's a holy day, no buying, no selling. And then after that new moon day, you have 4 Sabbaths to follow according to the formula that is given to the prophet Ezekiel. Read about that in Ezekiel chapter 43. So I just want you to make you aware that's up too as well. We are still in the season of the rain. Soon we'll be approaching the latter rains. Okay, that's something to keep up and pay attention because remember, the calendar is connected to all things. It is connected to agriculture. It is connected to the biblical prophecies, as well as to Yahushua HaMashiach, to the bride of the Messiah, to the 144, to the nation of Israel, but most importantly, it leads you back to our Father in heaven, known as Yahuwah. Okay, so let you know about that. So you will have 4 Shabbats to follow after your new moon day. Okay, and it will fall on from Thursday at sundown to Friday at sundown on the heathen's day. Right? Now in this month, we do have some things going on, such as on the third day of the moon, which fall on the sun's 12th month and 15th day. And keep in mind, I'm still working on this calendar, so hopefully I have the right dates of the sun. We have a biblical event or historical event. And in the days of Nehemiah, Ezra, so Zerubbabel, during that time, this is when the temple was completed from the days when they came out the ancient Babylonian captivity. Something to check out in your spare time. Then on the second week in the 12th month, we will be coming to what? The fast that Esther and our ancestors did. Okay. And Purim will be falling after that, after the day of gladness, okay, which fell on the 13th day of the moon. And this year is going to fall on the sun's 12th month and 25th day. So Purim would be the 14th and the 15th day. And if I did the if I got the dates correctly, your full moon day will fall on the 15th day this year. Okay. Now, your first day of spring, if I did this correct, like I said, I'm still working on some things, still verifying some things. But your first day of spring is going to fall on the 18th day of the moon, which fall on the sun's first month and first day. Okay. So the sun is going to enter into the first sign of Mazzaroth on the 17th day of the moon, which fall on the sun's 12th month and 29th day. But keep in mind, I'm going back to check on some things. Okay. So when you have a chance, just look over the calendar, but just keep in mind, I have to verify some dates and some calculations because we're getting closer in the year and everything has to be what? Every T got to be crossed and every I got to be dotted. And you'll see why as we review the end of the year. And this is what I want to announce unto y'all. This would be the last report of the Most High Calendar. Okay. Um, I have a lot of things on my plate, and it's time for me to move on to the next step. I had enjoyed doing this for y'all because I found in my journey with Yah, many people were not giving y'all the whole truth. Many was not being honest unto you. But the channel has the foundation. The channel has the step to teach you about Yahuwah's calendar. I am just a way pointer. Okay. I'm just pointing the way. I am, what's the word I'm about to say here before I forget? Um, in other words, I have given you the tools you need to do this on your own now. It is time for some of y'all to graduate now. Now, if you are new and you come across this video for the first time, just go back on the channel and watch the videos. Okay? Because when you go back to Torah to your foundation, you will learn the Most High Count is made of three lights: the sun, the moon, and Mazzaroth. So the channel has tons of information for you to help you to understand how to keep up this with yourself. So this will be the last report, the 12th month. And that report will be coming out sometime in this weekend coming up. What else can I say? Like I said, I have enjoyed doing this. I have learned a lot too myself, but it's time for me to go on to the next step. As far as the channel is concerned, like my YouTube channel and the Facebook channel, I will only come up there when y'all has a message for me to give unto you. Like I said, I'm moving on to the next step. It is time. I encourage you all to continue to watch the signs in the heaven and earth because they are speaking loudly unto us. I continue to encourage you to get closer to Yah than you ever have before because He will lead and guide you on what's coming. We see a lot of changes that's coming, and many are not ready for what's coming because they're not watching. But those who are walking with Yah have already received instructions what they need to do next. But many are still asleep. Whether you are awakened, okay, or whether you are asleep, many are not listening to the Spirit of Yah what they must do in this time that we're seeing it happen right before our eyes. I encourage you to check the video description box, not of this video because I don't have anything listed, but in the other past videos, because the books that the Father left for us to read, the books that was written by our ancestors, by the Israelites, it was for you. So you can understand what is happening now, what is going on. And those who refuse to read those books, you're just putting yourself in a box and you won't be prepared for what is coming. So I highly recommend that you read books like Enoch, first and the second and third book, Jubilees, the King James 1611, the work of Josephus, because the Father had our ancestors to write those books in a way where there was mysteries in them, there was codes in them. But only the Spirit of Yah can reveal that unto you. Okay? So when I come back on here again for the 12th new moon report, um, whatever I want to say, I know this may sadden you, but it's a time to rejoice. It's time for me to go to the next step. Okay? And I don't know what else to say. Right now the class is on hold too. They're on hold. But like I said before, the channel, y'all, it has plenty of information up there. It has given you the tools. It has pointed the way for you on what you should do, where you should go, or in other words, on how to get closer to Yah. And it starts with reading His Word and praying and fasting. And through that, He will lead and guide you and teach you by His Son, Yahusha HaMashiach. For His Spirit is the Comforter. It is the eye of the body. It is the light of the body. And that's how you are able to tap in. That's how you are able to connect. So continue, my brothers and sisters, to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It is at hand, y'all. Father King is coming. He has given them 7 days to repent. If you understand that mystery. Yeah, Father reminded me. At his appointed time, I had to come back and elaborate more on the 7-day prophecy unto you. And soon that time is coming to an end. And his judgment is coming to the heaven and the earth. And all things will be made anew. And in that judgment, Father cannot change his mind. Whatever you sown, like wherever your faith was, your works, and your heart is, that is what you're going to receive in the what yet to come. Something to think about. As far as the wicked, they are confounded, they are confused, because they think our Father's asleep. They think nothing's going to happen, but they're not understanding. Father was giving them time to make it right. Okay? But they didn't take his warning seriously. He has given us our forefathers, for example, like Noah, in the days of Abraham when Lot was rescued, with the Exodus, with Egypt, Nineveh, Sodom. Okay, I mentioned Sodom and Gomorrah already. Babylon, even with the Persian Medes Empire. No, look at all these things. Empires being torn down, people being killed with the flood. Father means what he say. And we know the next judgment to come to the whole world is fire. It's coming. But many don't believe. They take his silence as if he's going to do nothing. And the reason they do that, because they're not watching and they're not reading his word. All right, I said enough. Make sure you follow the instructions that the Messiah gave unto us about preaching the gospel. Make sure we baptize the people in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. For the Lamb set the example of the water baptism, the Holy Spirit baptism, and the apostle continued in both, y'all. All we have to do what? Follow the way that they set. All right. Love you all, and I will see y'all or talk to y'all in the weekend to come. Shalom.